They say obsession can be dangerous, but what happens when it's shared? When hair becomes more than vanity, when the sound of scissors, the hum of clippers, and the intimacy of surrender become the language of lust. This isn't just my story. It's Riley's, too, sharp, seductive, dominant, and Sarah's, her quiet fire no less consuming. It began with a buzz cut, a single night of blurred lines and forbidden touch. But it didn't end there. A year later, my hair has grown, and so have the cravings we've tried to suppress. Now, the scissors are back. And so are they. What started as a haircut is about to become a ritual, a threesome bound not just by desire, but by the blade. Stay with me. You won't believe how deep this goes.
Part 01. The first cut. I should be known from the way Sarah was watching me that something was coming. Not just any look, that dark, mischievous glint in her eyes she got when she was planning something deliciously wicked. We'd been together for almost 2 years, and I knew she had a thing for hair. She loved running her fingers through mine, tugging it when we kissed, even trimming it herself sometimes, always with this reverence, like every strand told a story. But tonight felt different. Sarah had invited me over for what she called a special night. I expected candles, maybe wine. What I didn't expect was Riley, her younger sister, sitting on the arm of the couch in a black tank top and the kind of smile that could melt steel. Riley. Wild, impulsive, always flirting with danger. And with me. "Chris," she said, voice like silk, "glad you came." Sarah stepped in between us, almost possessively, though the smirk on her lips told me she wasn't jealous. She was excited. Her fingers trailed down my chest, slow and deliberate. "Sit," she said, guiding me toward a bar stool they'd placed in the middle of the room. A white towel draped over it. Clippers resting on the counter. I blinked. "Wait, what is this?" Riley laughed softly behind me. "A little fun. You trust Sarah, don't you?" I swallowed. My heart was already racing. Sarah circled me, brushing my hair back with her fingers, then leaned down to whisper, "You always said you'd let me do whatever I wanted to your hair." I nodded slowly. "Yeah, but..." "No buts." Her eyes sparkled. "Just relax." She snapped the towel around my neck, tucked it in, and picked up the clippers. The buzz made my spine straighten, but her other hand came to rest on my chest, grounding me. The first pass sent a shiver through me, hot blades gliding up the back of my head, a soft gasp escaping my lips. And then, Riley moved closer. Her hand rested casually on my thigh as she leaned in to watch, too close to be innocent. Her breath was warm against my skin. "God, that sound," she whispered, "it's so intimate." Sarah didn't react. She was focused, methodical, and undeniably turned on. The clippers continued their slow, sensual path, bearing me inch by inch. Every stroke stirred something primal. Vulnerability. Submission. Lust. "You're taking it so well," Sarah purred, dragging her nails lightly across my exposed scalp. "You like this, don't you?" I nodded, throat dry. That S when Riley moved behind me and pressed a kiss to the back of my neck, soft, lingering. I jerked slightly. "Sarah." But Sarah just smiled. "Let her." The towel slipped down a little as Riley's hands joined Sarah's, both of them now exploring my freshly buzzed head. Their fingers tangled, caressing, teasing, and I couldn't help the hard pulse growing between my legs. Riley stepped around to face me, eyes burning with desire. "You ever had two women completely obsessed with you?" My breath hitched. "No, good," she whispered, tugging her tank top off in one motion. "First time for everything." Sarah followed her lead, unclipping her bra, revealing her perfect curves. They were both standing in front of me now, topless, aroused, eyes fixed on me like predators circling prey. And I knew this was just the beginning. Part 02 Bound by Desire. My scalp tingled from the clippers. Not just from the vibration from the way both their hands kept running over the freshly buzzed skin. Sarah's touch was slow, sensual. Riley's was more eager, hungry. Both of them were breathing heavier, eyes locked on me like I was theirs to claim. God, look at you, Riley murmured, straddling my thigh as she leaned in. You wear this look so well. You're so exposed. Sarah moved to my other side, brushing her lips along my jaw. Vulnerable. Obedient. Exactly how we like you. I was still gripping the stool, heart pounding, my arousal now impossible to hide. Sarah's fingers slipped under my shirt, dragging the fabric up over my head, and Riley's hands were already working on my shorts. Sarah. I whispered, half question, half plea. Her eyes met mine. You trust me, right? I nodded, breath catching as Riley tugged my shorts down. The cool air hit my skin. My cock throbbed, standing fully erect. Riley whistled low. Fuck. You've been holding that in for us. I could barely speak. Both of them were touching me now, Sarah's lips grazing my chest, Riley's hand wrapped firmly around my shaft, her grip slow and teasing. Their rhythm was perfect, like they choreographed this moment 100 times in their fantasies. Then Sarah reached into a drawer, pulling out a pair of soft cuffs. My eyes widened. Tonight, she said, voice dripping with dominance, you don't get to decide when this ends. We do. My wrists were bound to the stool's arms, not tight, but firm enough to keep me exactly where they wanted me. And I didn't want to move. Not an inch. Riley climbed into my lap, her naked thighs pressing against mine, her mouth devouring my neck, biting and licking. Her hair tickled my skin as she whispered, "You've been driving me crazy. Watching you with her. Watching you get your hair cut like a good boy. I've dreamt of this." Sarah knelt between my legs, running her fingers up the insides of my thighs, stopping just short of where I needed her most. Her smile was wicked. "You're going to give yourself to us," she said. "Mind, body, everything. Starting now." Then she kissed the tip of my cock, softly, reverently, and Riley gasped above me, grinding slowly against my leg. Every nerve in my body lit up. Their hair long, soft, teasing my skin, their lips, their voices, the way they looked at me, it all blurred into heat, hunger, and helpless arousal. This wasn't just sex. This was something deeper. Twisted. Beautiful. I belonged to them. Part 03 The Edge of Obsession. Riley's breath was hot against my ear as she rocked her hips against mine, her wetness soaked through her panties, pressing against my thigh as she whispered, "You feel how ready I am for you." I couldn't speak. My mouth was dry, heart racing. Sarah's lips were trailing kisses down my stomach, every inch of me twitching beneath her touch. Her fingers ran through the short stubble on my head again, and that alone nearly made me lose it. "Fuck, this buzzacut," she moaned. "You have no idea how much this turns me on." Riley grabbed a fistful of my freshly shaved hair and tugged gently, making me meet her gaze. We both have a thing for hair. Control. Transformation. Sarah looked up from between my legs, her tongue flicking at my tip. "And now, you're ours to transform." She swallowed me slowly, inch by inch, eyes locked onto mine. My wrists flexed in the cuffs, but I didn't want freedom. I wanted more. Riley peeled off her panties and guided my leg right between hers, grinding herself against me with a low, aching moan. Watching her do